Welcome to the First Lady Point of View show, everyone. I am your host, the First Lady Felicia K. This is where you can expect culture, music, news, reviews, fashion, and exclusive interviews. So stick around. We got a doozy for y'all today. I promise we're going to be talking about standing on business with a legend from right here in Sacramento. We'll be right back after this.
Music, news, reviews. You tuned in. It's the First Lady Point of View.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. And as I promised, you guys are going to have a good time today. I think I might be maybe the first person in Sacramento as far as this type of platform to get this gentleman in the building. So I'm not going to hold you. We're going to get right into it. We got none other than Genaro, GP, the Beast, Patterson in the building tonight. Welcome to the show, King.
What's going on, man? I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy that you took time out to come and support me.
For sure. You know we got to support each other.
We do. That's what I try to tell them.
That's what we got to do in Sacramento. We got to do this.
Okay, I'm here for it. I'm not going to wait. We're going to get right into it. First off, I want you to tell everybody where you're from.
Sacramento.
What part of Sacramento?
Well, you know, my situation is a little unique. I'm from the Heights and Oak Park.
Okay.
You know, I was born and raised in CB Circle. Then I moved to Oak Park. Then we moved to the Heights. But one thing about me, I always seem to come back.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened.
Okay. So, you know what? I'm gonna do this according to this now, because me and you, we've been chopping it up, and so I'll usually mix it up when that happens, because now I kind of know where I'm going. But now we're gonna talk about the music first.
Okay.
When did you originally start doing music? How old were you?
I don't know. I probably was I didn't really trip on music till I was probably 16, maybe 17, because I was in the drug game and I was balling. So I was like the man. So when they had parties, I just used to walk in and be like, hey, give me the mic. And
Debo it.
and you know, whoever was with me, hey, I want the mic. And he go get the mic. And it's crazy because somebody just brought that up the other day. He said, remember you used to tell me to go get the mic? And I just started rapping.
Okay.
You know, I think I was inspired by Too Short, because I kind of felt like Too Short.
That's what we're getting at.
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of felt like a Sacramento Too Short, because I had the drop top Eldorado. I had the Eldorado Barrettes on Zeniths and Bows like him. So he was rapping, and I was like, okay, I'm going to rap about my life.
Yeah.
I mean?
It's working, right?
Yeah, it's working. Seemed like it all go together. You know what I'm talking about?
Right, hand in hand, right? Okay, I'm here for that. So that was easy setup right there. So you would say that Too Short would have been, as far as rap, that was your inspiration?
That was my inspiration.
Okay.
You know, I never really realized it till you just asked the question.
Okay, well,
you
look.
know what I mean? Yeah, it was Too Short.
Up. Okay, so as far as the music legacy, do you feel like that's something that will always be a part of you? Because I know you got other things going on, and we're going to get into that, but do you feel like the music, that is something that you feel like you'll always gravitate back to?
I think so, because it's crazy, because it just won't leave. You know, I feel like it's really a good way to express myself and to talk to the people, you know, and I still be having a lot to say. So I do enjoy it. I enjoy going to the studio. I enjoy making music.
Okay.
But if I make it, I want it to sell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's not just a sport, like a hobby for you.
It ain't just a sport like that. I like it, and I do make it for me, but I want numbers. I want numbers on everything I do.
Okay, so one of those everythings that you do. First off, I want to say welcome home. You just recently disclosed to me that you've only been home for 7 months now.
Yeah, I think it's 7 or 8 months. I haven't really counted, but I know it's in that range. It got to be close to that.
Okay, and how long were you away?
I think I was gone 10 or 11 years.
Okay, I didn't realize it's been that long.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, welcome home, and now let's get into the next part that makes Genaro, okay? Outside of GP the Beast, the artist, the rapper that most of us, if you've been around Sacramento for a long time, that's who most of us know first, right?
Right.
Let's get into the author, okay? Because you now write books. You've been writing books for a while.
Right.
You got 30
34.
4 books to your credit.
Right.
And you recently disclosed to me that you started writing books while you were incarcerated.
Correct.
What made you decide that that's what you needed to do while you were in there? Was it just I need to pass the time, or I need to do something different?
Now, I felt like I was forced into it because, well, I had already wrote a book. I had wrote 2 books before when I was incarcerated, and I got out and I self-published them. When I went back on this last bit, I felt I was forced into it because on this last bit, I bailed out twice. Once on a $500,000, once on a $250,000. So it really broke me.
Okay.
And I got 17 years and 4 months. So I was in there broke. You know what I mean? And I'm GP the Beast. It's hard to be broke when you GP the Beast in prison. You feel me?
People don't understand that.
Right. And you can't be broke. You GP the Beast.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, they look up to you like an icon. Ain't no way you broke.
Right.
So I had to still maintain who I was without appearing to be broke, but I was broke.
Okay.
And I told myself, they never gonna take it again. I'm never gonna be spending money on bail again. I'm never gonna go broke again. I'm broke right now, but what can I do? I said, I can write books. I can write. I had to go get free paper from the schools and wrote these books. I had no clue how I was gonna self-publish them because all they had up in there was like a typewriter. It wasn't no internet, no way to put it on there. But I didn't focus on that. I said, let's focus on one step at a time. Let's write these books and I'm gonna figure it out. You know, anything you do in life, you have to start, and momentum becomes your friend.
Okay.
So I started and I ordered the typewriter. It took so long for the typewriter to come. It took 3 months. About time 3 months came, I had figured out and got in contact with a lady who said she would edit my books. And I said, but they're in handwriting. She said, it's okay, I'll just charge you more. So when the typewriter came, I told them I don't want the typewriter. They was like, well, it's too late. You already got it. No, I don't want it. He said, okay, we'll send it back, but they're gonna take a big, huge refund. I said, oh, I don't care. Whatever they took, they left me with $110. I told my mom, send that money to that lady, that editor. My mom, when I called her back, she said, that lady said she want $700, $800. I said, don't worry about that part, Mom. Just send 110. She said, I'm not finna pay for the rest of it. I said, I didn't ask you to do that. Just please send 110. But I didn't have a clue where I was gonna get the rest of the money. But I don't care about where I get the rest of the money at that moment. The point is to get this lady on board and let's get this motion going. I'll figure that out later, because momentum is your friend.
Okay. So one of your first books, that was presented by Mozzie, right? Or that was after?
The first book I wrote was Promise. Never make a promise you can't keep.
Okay.
The second book I wrote was Promise 2. The third book I wrote was The Lawyer, but I never got a chance to publish it, and I know it's a raw book, oh my God. But when I was in jail, I ended up writing books like Mozzie, of course, that's my nephew, I knew his story. I wrote books like Mac Dre. I wrote books like Aaron Hernandez. I wrote books like Donald Trump, because I'm really trying to write a book that's gonna create me some income. You feel me? That's gonna create some interest and that I actually have knowledge about.
Okay.
So I'm writing them kind of books to get this income. Now when I published my first book and I got the check, it was only $33, but I told myself, okay, well, at least I created an income. I just have to figure out how to add some zeros or make the number bigger or add a comma. That's all I gotta do. And I told myself, well, it's gonna be hard because you can't promote, you're in jail. But I said, well, I can write 9 more books. And if I have 10 books and I'm only making $33 a month, that'd be $330. And I had the biggest check on the yard. You know what I'm talking about? So I kept writing.
Okay.
And I went from 10 to 20 to 30. I kept writing because it created an income for me.
And so would you say that writing is more of your passion now than what you would say music is, or is it like kind of equal playing field?
Nah. Writing, it was a passion in prison because I had time.
Okay.
It's not a passion anymore because it takes time.
Okay.
I don't like things that take time.
You microwave? You don't give me that.
I don't like things that take up too much of my time.
Okay.
No type of occupation, nothing. So I try to create things that don't take up my time. Like, I wrote 60 books, so I don't have to write another book.
Right.
All
Just
I
got to
gotta
pace
do-
how you put them out,
Yeah,
right?
I just got to keep publishing them. But I'm in the process of transferring all my books to audiobooks right now. So that's a process. I got 34 books. And I'm doing a lot of other things. You know, I got the dog grooming business, I got the dog boarding business, and I got the music, and then I got, you know, my talk show, GP the Beast, Another Real Story. So I'm doing a lot of things, you know, I rent my car on Toro. I try to just create multiple income. I feel like I didn't get rich, you know, rapping. I didn't get rich at anything I did. Now, I was balling as a drug dealer. I was balling as a pimp. And I was balling, you know, period. I've been balling in my life, but I didn't get rich.
Right, right. It's a difference. It's a big difference.
Right.
Yes.
So I feel like in order for me to get rich, don't focus on trying to get rich off one thing. To me, that's not the road for me. The road is just create an income off everything you do. Make a profit. Even if it only made me $1,000 a month. If it made me $1,000 and I got 10, 9 or 5 other projects that's making $1,000, then that's a $5,000 a month income. But if it's doing better than that, if it's doing $2,000, then that's a $10,000 a month income, and it doesn't take a lot of my time.
Okay. So basically, that's why you feel like you have so many avenues that you do, because you could kind of move around and everything. It doesn't take a lot for you to focus on one thing. Have you always been like that?
I think I was kind of born like that. It was one of my problems. I think I went to prison because of that. You know, patience. You know, I'm impatient, but I act though. I'm a person that don't just think, I act on my thoughts. Okay. So I actually turn my thoughts into a reality.
Okay.
Like only been out, what, 7, 8 months? It's crazy to have a dog boarding business, you know what I'm saying, already. You know, I dropped a single, it did 15,000. That's not super a lot, but it's cool for me just coming out.
Yeah, it is good. It's good for, the numbers is hard to get. Like if you're not really on the internet all day, every day, numbers is hard to get. Like you see people going viral and people don't realize like they really dedicate everything to that. I mean, who got that kind of time? But people that really want to go viral, right? And I think it's probably a generational thing too. Most of us kind of look at it like, I don't got time to sit and do that all day. Yeah, but it all depends on how vulnerable you're willing to be as well. Because I noticed that those that are able to do that, they don't mind being transparent. They don't mind you knowing every aspect of their life and what they got going on. Whereas to some of us, it's like, you know what, I'm going to let you know this, and then you're going to move around.
Well, you know, the bottom line is, ain't really nothing wrong with letting people know about your life if it's paying you. Well, that means you got an interesting life. Yeah. You know, and if you're willing to share that life. Yeah, if that's what I'm saying. You got to be willing to expose it all. You know? Because the bottom line, ain't nothing wrong with getting paid for you being you. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, they're going to either love it or they're going to hate it, right? And, you know, what they say, no press is bad press. Even when they hate it, it can still get you some coins. You know what, you guys? We're going to get into the thick of it. We're going to talk a little bit more with none other than Genaro Patterson. Y'all might know him as GP the Beast. We're going to get into his businesses, his book, and his doc series as well. That's interesting. All right, so stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, honey. We thought we'd try something new.
Family art hour. What do you think?
You got jokes. You're funny.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
Culture, music, news, reviews. You tuned in. It's the First Lady point of view.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. If you're just now tuning in, don't worry, I got you the second half. We're going to take another ride with none other than Genaro Patterson. You guys might know him by GP the Beast. All right, so we're going to dive right into it. What about the multiple income? What is that book? What can they get out of that book?
Basically what I was just talking about, with that book, I explained how I was in prison actually making money and how my mindset is basically whatever you do, don't try to get rich. Don't think you're gonna get rich off one thing. It's not, it might happen if you get lucky. It does happen to people, but multiple income shows you can still have your job. You can create a small income on the side. For instance, if you went and bought an ATM machine, it'll cost you $2,400, $2,200. Say you had it in the worst location. The worst location might give you 6 customers a day. Basically, you might make $300 a month off of it. But in 8 months, it'll be paid for. And then after that, you just have a free $300 a month for the rest of your life, or as long as you got that ATM machine in that place.
Okay.
So if you bought 10 of those, of course, you'll be making $3,000 a month. I kind of believe in investing in things that takes me 4 to 8 months to recoup my money. If I recoup my money in 4 to 8 months, it's a good investment. And after that, it has to be on automatic. I'm going back to the time thing.
Yeah.
I don't like to be nowhere all day, but the machine can be there all day. And I can only attend to the machine basically when it needs refreshing or it needs paper. But I don't even have to do that because I can actually just share my profit with someone and say, you do this.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yes.
It's about not being greedy. People want, well, I don't want to do that. I'd rather do, yeah, but you're going to be there all day. Why not just accept the extra $300 a month and keep buying them? And you can still go to work if you want to go to work, or you can focus on another little idea. You can focus on getting you a car and putting it on Turo and renting it out every day. And if that works for you, you can get you another one. But the bottom line is just create multiple income. You'd be surprised. If one thing makes you $1,500 a month and you got 3 of them, that's $4,500 a month. And it's not taking your time, which means you have plenty of time to think of something else.
Right.
But the bottom line is if one thing is working and 2 things are working, then buy a couple more of those. Right? Multiple income is simple.
And it sounds like basically that's pretty much what you teach in your books is how to, kind of stand on your business first off and keep things going, right? And always have your hands in more than one thing if you want to see the real money at the end of the day. Something that you said is interesting to me. You said it a couple of times, but it's interesting to me because you say, I don't like to focus on one thing too long or be in one place too long. That's crazy to hear you say that because I get it, why you say that, right? How do you survive in prison over 10 years and not completely lose your mind then? Because that is a different, that's one place all the time where somebody else is controlling your movement. Oh, trust me, I commend you. It's admirable that you come out on the other side, poised, composed, and still standing on your business. But it's also a testimony. It's amazing because hearing you say how you just don't like to be confined, sit still, focus on one thing, but you still came out not completely in shambles.
Right.
It didn't break you, basically,
Of course.
because I don't think it's a place of rehab. I think it's meant to destroy and
It
break
is.
you. So the fact that it does not do that to somebody like you who is adamant about not liking to be boxed in one place too long or doing one thing all the time, constantly, how do you come out so poised?
See, in prison, they have many ways for you to suffer, and I don't like a lot of things. I don't like to be cold. I don't like a still bed. I don't like that stuff. I don't like to be
Absolutely
told
not.
what to do. I don't like to be told when to be quiet. But of course, I'm a respectful person, so prison teaches you a lot. The way I was able to get through prison without it breaking me, one thing is I realized that, okay, I'm this. That means I'm black, which means every situation that's bad is going to be the worst it could be.
Come on, somebody.
You know what I'm talking about? You're not going to give me 10 months. You're going to give me 10 years. You're not going to give me this pat on the back. You're going to slap me upside my head.
It's going to always be different, no matter what.
Put your foot on my neck.
The rules are different.
So I trained myself to become immune to their whatever pain they tried to inflict on me. And I told them, I'm like, it's really nothing you could do to me. I done been through everything that you already done tried to do to me. So you're not going to hurt me. So whatever you're going to do to me is cool. And when they're black, and I let them know. And it's a shame, though, that you're doing it to me.
Yeah, it's usually worse.
Yeah, because, you know,
They think they could get
that's
points.
even worse.
They could get points
Right.
from the, yeah.
But not only that, I blocked myself out from everyone.
Okay.
Like, I see y'all, but this is my space. I know y'all because I done been around y'all for many years. So I know your thinking ain't really that good. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a 1% of a person that I could really talk to and have a beautiful conversation. I'm not finna talk about gang banging and selling drugs.
Right. We evolving here, right? Yeah.
We evolving. Now, of course, it was different for me because every young person that comes in,
They know the legacy. Yeah.
GP, oh, he over there. Oh, why and when they come, yeah, man, you know I'm out there pimping. Yeah, you know I'm not a pimp no more though.
Yeah. That's
you
your
mean?
job. You know that's your requirement, though.
That's-
You want to teach them the new way. And
Right.
you always want to, there's a lady said to me one day, and I follow her. She said, when people come at you a certain way with negativity, your job is not to match their energy. You are to shift the room. Eventually, the light will be exposed on the one creating the ruckus.
That's right.
And you don't feed into that. And I think that is important, that's your outlook. That's what you need to teach those coming up. It's easy to react to match the energy. But when you match the energy, you won't get the reward in the end because we're different, right? Like you said, they'll remember you matching the energy. They won't remember what started the energy. So you got to just reflect on that. And, that's a good thing that you tell them that because most legends live, or people that's got a story, they live in that. They'll say, yeah, but you are like the third guest that I had on that told the story of redemption. Like I tell you something different. And I think that is an obligation if you want to see greater things. That's my perspective. But we're going to be wrapping it up soon. So 'cause it was great conversation. You held it down. But I did want to ask you as far as what do you got coming up that you want the people to know about, and then I'm gonna have you give everybody your social sites as well, like what is coming up in the near future that you want them to know about, whether it's your books, your dog business. Go ahead and plug all of that stuff right now so we could get ready to get your social sites out there to everybody.
All right, but I got my new site where I'm talking about my experiences. It's called GP the Beast, Another Real Story on YouTube. I got my music on YouTube, GP the Beast. Of course, my Instagram is GP the Beast. My Facebook is Genaro Patterson. And
It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead.
I got my dog grooming, dog boarding business, Puppy Love Borders, and we on Kiefer Boulevard, 9408 Kiefer Boulevard. Come support us now. You know what I mean? And support the channel, support the music, support the Instagram, support me, man. I'm trying to do all the right things, try to make our tomorrows better than our yesterdays.
And that's all it's all about, is you can only do what you can do, but as long as you are on the track of positivity and changing the dynamic, that's it, right? We got about 3 minutes left. I do want to, if in this 3 minutes, could you tell them a little bit about what they can expect from your doc series?
Oh, I'm talking about, like I said, it's called Another Real Story. So I'm talking about a lot of times when I was in prison, the places I've been, you know, I've been federal and I've been state. So I've been in a lot of prisons. I did over 27 years. So I got a lot of experience on that, and I kind of talk about it because people don't really know about that part about me. They know I go to prison and I come back out and I bounce back and I bubble again. And it's just GP the Beast all over again. But they don't know about the life that I really had in prison. And it was really a rough one. And you know, but like she say, prison don't break me, but that could have been my problem, because it didn't break me. It didn't affect me like it affect most people.
Yeah.
And it made me, and that's why I kept going back probably, because it didn't hurt me like that.
I don't think that's why you kept going back. I think you kept going back because you didn't want to go back to prison.
Never.
Yeah. So,
But
I get what you're saying is the fact that it didn't break you made you not scared to take the risk of going back.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what he meant by that, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. I don't want nobody to say, did he just really say he don't mind going to prison?
Well, it didn't scare me. Like, I had friends that we went to the county jail together, and after that they was like, I'm
never getting in trouble again. Right.
Never did.
Yeah, you looked at it like the risk was worth the reward,
Right.
basically, is your tale. And hopefully that was your last run, King. I think, you know, they seen you enough in there, and we need you more out here, you know, doing positive things and touching the youth and telling them why they don't want to go there.
Yeah.
And, you know,
They wanna go
mentoring,
there.
letting them know, you know, you could write a book, you could tell a story, you could do all these great things as well. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to leave it right there. We got another great guest coming up for you guys. But once again, I want to thank GP the Beast. That's what I know him by, Genaro Patterson, for
Shout it
stopping
out.
by today and blessing us, man, with an interview. Fresh home after 7. He only been home 7 months, so I'm honored that he stopped by. We're going to get him on again so we can really dissect things. But until next time, you guys, reach back for those that are coming up behind you and pay homage to those who did it before you. It's free, and you'll feel good about yourself. Stop being selfish.
I
We
like
out of
that.
here. Peace, one love. May God bless your hustle. Until next time, y'all.
You tuned in. It's the First Lady point of view. First Lady point of view. You tuned in. It's the First Lady point of view. First Lady point of view. Culture, music, news, reviews. You tuned in. It's the First Lady point of view. You tuned in. First Lady point of view. It's the First Lady point of view.